Hello and welcome to my ordinary show, a show about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And I have my lovely co-host with me again today, Miss Tricia Elam Walker and Kiki Densamo. And I'm going to allow her to pronounce her name correctly a little later in the show. But welcome. We're glad that you're here. Invite a friend to join us. And we're going to get right into the subject matter because it's a good one today. We're going to talk about beauty. What is beauty? What we consider beautiful. And you're free to call in. I'm going to put the number up on the screen a little bit later. But in the meantime, we're going to start with the lovely Kiki. And she's going to guide us with the topic of beauty today.
So, welcome everybody. It's a great topic to be discussing and sharing what we think about what beauty is. Different people, beauty means different things to them. As like I was just checking to see what other people and different people think what beauty is like, you know, it could be qualities, it could be shape, it could be color, it could be form. It could be sense, something you see. It could be a philosophy, it could be sociology related.
Like a state of mind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's so diverse that it's kind of hard to like condense it to one thing.
Yeah.
But for me, beauty resonates in the sense that inside inner beauty of somebody or a person resonates well with me. What do you ladies think?
I agree with that. I remember my mother used to always say, beauty is as beauty does. And when I was small, I was like, what does she mean? Why does she keep saying that? But, you know, as an older person, I certainly understand that. And I see so many examples of that. When people feel confident about themselves, when they're compassionate, giving, kind people, you see the beauty, you know, resonates in their face and how they carry themselves. And sometimes people who traditionally other people may not think are beautiful become beautiful just because of, you know, who they are inside. So I agree.
There's a word that we use in the vernacular, we call it swag. And you've seen some people that would not necessarily be considered gorgeous, but they have this exuberance about them, this je ne sais quoi. They have this air about them that exudes confidence, personality that's attractive to all people. In other words, they attract people because of their being. Like Denzel, what you know, they in Hollywood they call it the it factor, but it's that beauty that's indescribable.
Sometimes.
But don't you think? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, don't you think it's changing over time? Like what's considered beautiful by, I don't know, most people.
Most definitely.
Is now, I think, being a lot influenced by seeing more and more diversity. I'm really happy to see it in fashion magazines, on runways. You know, so many places, diverse body size, skin color, where people are from. I'm now seeing the Muslim woman wearing the hijab who's just doing great as a model. I love that. And I think that's so important for our children. So we're not just saying, you know, paper thin, pale, blonde as the standard of beauty. It just can't be. It's maybe that's one standard, but there's so many others that make up, you know, what could possibly be considered beautiful. And I'm happy.
Which one?
So we're going to take a look at something and see.
People thought they know me. People thought they saw me. Nothing yet. People that they know. Bring me the big stuff. Bring me the big one. Leon. Dio, no. Dio. What's for? Couture.
She's crazy like a fool.
fashion game right now.
slaying. Oh my
She really
goodness.
is.
Is
She's
this
on
recent?
Instagram.
Yeah, it's recent.
Wow.
It's
She's on
Celine
Instagram. She got a new stylist or something.
I
Uh-huh.
guess I haven't been
And
following.
she's having fun and
Yeah.
looking fierce as I don't
Good
know.
for
Her husband recently passed away,
Right, she's going for it.
and she's living her life.
Good
So,
for her.
any thoughts on that concept of beauty and creativity?
I love that you showed us that. That totally just brought us into
brought
a
the
new
game
world.
up, right?
New world, yeah.
Yeah.
The world of fashion and expressing yourself in attire and charisma and obviously
And-
she's
and-
beautiful.
And abundance. That was, some people might say over the top, but it had style to it.
Yeah.
It had a message to it. It was
And did
great.
you notice the wearable art?
Yes, absolutely. It was artistic.
Fabric makes the outfit a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
And she had, it looks like cellophane, but it was more of a sheer.
Mm-hmm.
But then she had that plastic
Oh,
bodice
yeah. The corset, like, yeah.
corset made out of some kind of wearable
And
art.
then the head
And headdress.
pieces.
Wearable art. Yeah. So
That's very creative.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, we have another surprise for our audience, and we're going to bring in Eren, and she's going to talk about a fashion do-it-yourself project
Oh, yeah.
that just blew us away. We saw her in her outfit today, and were just blown away.
Yeah, we said you have to be on the
She
show.
had to be
Welcome.
on the show. Welcome,
Thanks for
Eren.
having me.
Yeah, so can you tell our audience a little bit about your outfit today that we were asking where can we buy it? And we discovered, what did we discover, Eren?
Well, I found this sheet at Urban Renewal, and I just cut a bunch of holes in it, and I sewed it, and then I tucked it into my undergarments, and so then I ended up with a cool shirt.
It's beautiful.
So in other words, we can't buy it because it's an original. It's
Well,
an Eren original.
I guess, yeah.
And the fabric that she chose is so sexy, sleek, sophisticated, delicate, feminine. Oh my God. But she made it herself, and you'll never guess what she made it out of. What did you make it out of, Eren?
So I got this curtain at Urban Renewals, which is
It's a
a thrift
curtain.
store in Alston,
Uh-huh.
and I just picked it up. I think it might be a tablecloth or
Yeah.
a curtain or maybe something. I'm not really sure what else it could be possibly used for.
But our audience remembers that famous curtain in what movie?
Which?
You're not old enough.
Oh, I'm certainly old.
Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind.
Okay.
Oh my God. That was one of
no.
the first movies to, you weren't even born.
But I've seen it.
Oh yeah. But that was one of the first movies, I believe, that won an Academy Award. But she made her outfit out of a curtain.
I don't remember that.
Right.
What attracted you to this particular curtain? That's what I want to know.
Well, I liked that it was transparent, and I had to just layer it a bunch of times in order for it not to be see-through
See-through,
anymore.
yeah.
And so I think that there's like some parts where you can like see all the way through,
Yeah.
and then there's other parts where it's not it's like more opaque, and I like that idea.
Yeah, model it a little bit for us and tell us, was there any
back.
machine? Oh, let us see the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, that's cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
very, very
totally,
beautiful.
totally beautiful.
Now-
Was there any
Wow.
machinery necessary?
Well, I do have a sewing machine that I think was my grandma's that I
Yes.
got in California, and I drove it actually all the way here with me, but I can't totally figure out how to operate it. So if anything is stitched, it's hand stitched.
Hand stitched.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
God.
Now, if you take that off, when you put it on again, will it look just like that, or will it be a re-draping?
It will probably look different.
Okay, that's what I like about it
But
too.
yeah, you can reposition it, refigure it to make it a different
But
outfit.
once you're an artist, it's so easy to put it back together.
I think so.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
absolutely beautiful.
That's
You're welcome to
inspiring.
join us if you.
Oh, cool! Thank you. Yeah, 1 second.
And yeah, we're talking about beauty, and we're gonna put the phone on.
talking about
So-
What you think
places
is
where you
beautiful.
can make and or learn how to sew is a place that I checked out the other day. It's called Gather here in
Oh,
Cambridge Street.
nice.
It's
Oh.
fairly new. I don't know if you've been
Is
there.
it a
Where-
restaurant? What is it?
It's like a craft store where you can buy yarns and piece of clothing, material, or you can also make it there. They have all these classes. And so I just thought,
You could learn how to use the sewing
this
machine.
is great. I'm going to be there.
They'll
I'll be
teach you
trying to
how
make
to
that.
use your machinery. Okay.
It's great.
But maybe we want to hear what you think about beauty. I don't know if you heard some of our discussion about it.
I kind of like the idea of what Plato said, and that's that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
And I do think, so I worked at a thrift store for a long time that benefited animals, and what I liked about that was kind of this idea that like, it's not so much how much you pay for something that makes it beautiful, but it's sort of like the idea that went into it, and
true.
that's why I really like stuff that's ethically made. There's like a level of like consciousness to the product, and
Right.
I think that to me is sort of what beauty is right now.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's so
that's
powerful because I remember historically people used to save patches of their clothing and make quilts.
Oh yeah.
And so it was not only a functional item, it was also a momentum that was passed down from generation to generation. So,
Right. One of the things I love looking at is the pictures from the duct tape contest for prom. When
I
people
haven't
make
seen
their gowns out of duct tape. It's amazing.
I
The
have
creativity.
heard of those, but
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
that.
you gotta
I wish
look
I
on
had pulled that
Instagram.
up,
I
yeah.
know, it's unbelievable. the
oh
stuff
my
that they do.
goodness. Yeah, but I'm gonna look at another little thought on beauty and get your perspective on what you think about this one.
It's about time we bring back self-worth. It's been too long. You're beautiful, beautiful. Dear young lady, you are beautiful, and yes, young, and in that you should take pride, because whether you're 100 or 35, you're a teen or a being who just arrived, you are beautiful, and you're forever in youthful time. See, beauty may be physical, you may be appealing to the eye, but the meaning of beauty is magnified if you can look at what's inside. See, your stretch marks are not flaws, nor is the crookedness in your smile. Your acne will fade away, and your wrinkles may be defined, but you are beautiful. Even if your stomach doesn't have lines, or your waist is considered wide, the word beautiful still applies. See, this world will feed you lies. That's what they do best. They say it's a birth defect. Though your artistic mind may not comprehend it, you sit coloring at your desk. You are beautiful, and there's meaning in every breath that you take. And while others will lay awake wondering why can I be pretty? Why was I born with this face? Would he love me if I was perfect? I wish I could lose some weight, but you are beautiful, and you should hear it every single day, because you're made in God's eyes and beautiful in every single way. So get some rest. And don't let the foolish make you stressed, because the things you think you lack don't make you appear as any less, because those models, they're photoshopped. So don't you dare get depressed, because computers can't generate what you naturally possess, and that's beauty. Don't dare let them kiss you upon your neck, stroke your hair, and tell you lies about how he does it. Mrs. X, don't let them spoil your innocence. I hate to say it, but there's a fact. Let him love you for who you are, not what you can do. It's not his bad, because as a guy, I can tell you what he'll say. It's all those texts, and not every guy is bad, but there are some guys who need to check their intentions with the girl before they start messing with their head. I used to be one of those guys, but I learned this thing called respect, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry for any hearts I may have broke, for every word I should have never spoke, even if I said it was a joke. I am sorry for any feelings that I stirred. I would take back every word if I could remove any hurt, but I can't. And since it's a past, it remains. You know, I regret those stupid things almost every single day, and I wish that I could change the things I did. But instead I changed who I am. I stopped playing those stupid games, and I am finally a man, so it's my turn to take these lessons that I've learned and give them back into the world, and to address the concern of our women. Through a woman, a beautiful child, this earth is given, so if we destroy our future mothers, and this world is born to give in and be finished. If there's anything I can do to stop them, then I can. To all my women, you are beautiful. To my guys, let's be men and respect them, because our women are not toys. Imagine holding your future daughter, she cries over a little boy. It's that simple.
All right.
Ladies,
Wow.
that's great.
I wonder how he got so woke. Because he
yeah.
said he wasn't always that way, so I wonder what
yeah, thoughts?
transpired.
I thought that was really beautiful.
Yeah. He said it. He said what we've been talking about. You know?
Yeah, and even the expression of spoken word, that's, I don't know if that's kind of new, but it's just poetry, simple. But the way it's presented, it's more vocal and
Yeah, it's powerful.
powerful and
Plus, you
making a point.
could hear what he was saying. Sometimes it's
Articulate.
really fast,
It's
and you can't
fast,
make out all
yeah.
the words.
So yeah, I thought it was a good piece on beauty and what is beautiful. So what are your thoughts on fashion now? Pros, cons, thoughts on the wave of the future. What do you think will be the new wave for fashion?
Well, I really think that ethically, curated clothing will probably be the wave, because I do think that a lot of people, like that young gentleman, I think he sees beauty in a way that is deeper than something that can be like easily commodified. And so I think that like as people start kind of considering I think that those kind of ideas can change the world, and I think that people who see beauty in that way, it definitely like challenges a lot of the preconceptions we might have about fashion, and maybe make it accessible to like, you know, allow people to explore other aspects of their beauty other than what someone you know can just physically perceive them as.
Right. And someone once said, or maybe many people have said this, but that fashion can be bought, but style can't. And I like that.
Oh, I
There's
like
a difference
that. I like
between
that.
because you can have no money at all, but still know how to put together
Exactly.
what you have, or go to a
Exactly.
thrift store and really find an amazing.
Yeah, that's style.
outfit. Yeah.
Beautiful
That's
style.
style, exactly.
That's style. Beautiful style.
So,
And that reminds me of something that Chanel said, Coco Chanel. She said, I have to paraphrase, because when you notice a woman's clothes that's shabbily dressed, you notice the outfit. But when a woman is perfectly dressed, you notice the person. And that's not exactly the way it is. But when you dress poorly, people notice what you have on. But when you're impeccable, you're put together, your hair is combed, and you put effort into your being, they notice you as a person. And I thought that was really deep and profound.
I feel like as much as that is true, there's also another level of like, okay, you're wearing all these things and maybe they're more than, you're overdressed.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
the focus becomes on the clothes, and people
That's
don't get to know
the clothes are wearing you.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you would come dressed like, I don't know, sweatpants or whatever, and then after a while they'll move on away from your clothing and eventually get to know who you are
yeah.
to some degree. I noticed that as a difference, but it depends, I guess, on the perceiver as
Yeah.
well. When we say
And the venue and the atmosphere to
That's
which
true.
you're presenting yourself.
And how you carry yourself,
How you
too,
carry
know. I
yourself.
mean, I've seen people in outfits maybe I wouldn't necessarily wear, or think, you know, if I saw it hanging in a store that it was a beautiful outfit, but just because of the way that person wore it and carried him or herself, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why individuality and confidence in yourself really matters, because I was in the dressing room and they had this style of outfit that I was trying on and made me look like a tomato or a pineapple. Maybe it's not for me, maybe it's for you. But it had lots of ruffles, and for someone who's built the way I'm built, you know, you can't layer more ruffles. So knowing yourself
That's true.
and knowing your body
Well,
type,
that's
you
good,
know,
yeah.
when you're going to your health center, they talk about the pear shape, the apple shape. You know, everybody has a shape. And a lot of people get down and out because they'll see her looking gorgeous in the outfit and say, why wouldn't I look just as good in that outfit? Because you have to wear something that's according to your body type. It doesn't matter what body type you have, there's a style for you. So that goes to knowing you're beautiful, accepting your beauty, and enhancing your beauty.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
enhancing, like you're
That's,
saying, just putting on things, just to be putting on, you know, like you're saying, can be distracting. But
I remember I had a student, I taught at an arts high school in Washington, D.C. for many years, and I had a student who one day literally came to school with a trash bag. But she had styled that thing so incredibly. You just made me think about that.
I'm gonna look to see.
She
if I
and
see
and
this.
there are some I've seen some of those trash bag challenges
Oh.
too on TV.
Wow.
And I
my
remember one year
goodness.
the designer Marc Jacobs made a whole collection after he had been quote unquote inspired by
Oh, I think I
homeless
saw
people.
that, yes.
And there was a lot of blowback about it. You know, but I really liked the clothes.
That's super interesting.
Oh,
When I lived
okay.
in Oregon, I tried going backpacking once.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how to make my pants rainproof, and so I took trash bags, those giant trash bags, and then I just stuck them to my leg, and then I took duct tape, and then I duct taped the outside of the pants to
Wow.
like
Oh my goodness.
stick them onto me, and then I like fastened them, and then my friend who's
Amazing.
You are.
but my friend who's a good backpacker saw it and was like, this is like terrible, and so he had to like cut them off. He was like, this isn't gonna work for the rain.
Hey guys, it's me Lana, and today on 7 Awesome Kids, I am going to be designing garbage bag dresses.
wow.
That's the theme, so yeah. And I am going to be using white and black garbage bags and different color tapes. And the people that are going to be in it is gonna be my friend Reagan and my second best friend that's gonna be in it, number 2, Miss Brooke. And number 3 is the one that already has been in my videos. It is Miss, my little sister, Miss Sophie! So let's get into it. First, we're gonna be designing our masterpieces by drawing them on paper. Okay, ready? So,
I'm literally designing.
All right, I'm gonna have to move up a little faster. so
actually,
we
no,
can
I
see
want
this.
just like this.
Let's see what they're coming up with.
Contestant number 1 is Sophie. She has a black dress with green and pink accents, and then a white bow for her belt, and a white bow in her hair to tie it off. Contestant number 2 is Brooke. She has a black dress with a blue sparkly belt, and then a white bow in the back to tie it off. Contestant 3 is Reagan. She has a black dress with a tank top shoulder and a long shoulder. She has a purple belt and a white bow. Thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you liked my video of me helping make Sophie's garbage dress, Reagan's, and Brooke. For a chance to share them next week, down below what dresses you
That's
think.
creative. I like kids being creative.
Creativity,
Cute.
yes. But like you're saying, they've taken it even to high school and adults, and
Oh, yeah.
it even gets more
It
sophisticated.
gets way more sophisticated.
Way more
You'll be
sophisticated.
amazed.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've seen some examples. Any closing thoughts? We have about 3 minutes left. Any closing thoughts?
What do you all think about thrift stores?
I love them.
Oh yes.
I love them. The problem for me is I go in there thinking that, okay, I'm just going to spend this small amount of money, but then you find so much, and because it's so cheap, I still end up spending, So I have to figure out how to tone it down.
Yeah.
I had a roommate who sort of introduced me to that side of things. I definitely think there are very cool selection of things that you would normally find in regular stores,
Oh, absolutely.
which are antique and
Vintage,
very
yeah.
vintage.
Definitely, yeah. I know,
It's the
yeah,
best.
there's a lot of like really great thrift stores, I think, in this town.
Yeah.
There really are. And if what I enjoy is looking at something in a fashion magazine and then going to a thrift store and trying to recreate
yes.
it myself. And that's a fun challenge.
Yeah. You have any other ideas about what you'll make? Have you made anything before?
I liked sewing when I was younger,
Yeah.
and so I've made other stuff, but this is kind of my first, like, I'm gonna like wear it outside of the house.
Oh, okay.
thing, so.
Okay.
Report back.
Okay, well,
I know.
At some point, I'll get to that level, but maybe I'll stick with having different ears.
Ear-
Get of earrings.
Oh, yeah.
That was so cool.
have time to.
That was not planned, but
Yeah.
I have seen people wear different types of earrings,
Love
and I
it.
thought that was maybe unplanned by mistake. But it's actually a way that some people choose to express their uniqueness and creativity. And
But you chose the same sort of shape of earring. Was that purposeful?
it was not purposeful. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to wear, but somehow I forgot to take off the one I actually chose.
Oh, that's
But
great.
then I just wore it and
look
rocked with
amazing,
it.
amazing. Well, we thank you all for joining us, and I think my lovely guests, the panelists, and join us for Boston Fashion Week. Save the date, October 1st, District Hall for opening day. Experience the art of life, because fashion is art and beauty is everywhere.
That's right.
So thank you again for joining us, and make something beautiful.
Yeah, thank
All right.
you.
Goodbye. See
Bye.
you next time.